So my husband and I are empty nesters, and this was my daughter's room. So I did not set up this cute little backdrop. It was already here. So I'm just the benefactor. I loved it. So I just kept it up and I thought, oh my gosh, how perfect. So it makes a cute little backdrop for the seed starting station. Okay, so that's up. It's successful. And I'm going to go ahead and set up the rest of the shelves. So hey guys, so if you've watched my video before, you may not recognize me. That this is Dawn, and I am losing my wig. I'm going with my hair that's actually coming in. I have been going through chemotherapy for breast cancer, so my hair is finally starting to grow in, and the wigs are just getting too hot in this heat, so I'm ditching them for good. I've always had red hair, and my wigs were red hair, almost the color of my real hair. So it's kind of strange for me as my hair is growing in. It's growing in different colors. So anyways, from now on, this is what I'll be looking like. It'll be an adventure. I have to say I do enjoy not having the hair on my neck, and just having the short hair with this really hot weather has been rather freeing. It has felt great. So anyways, we were going to get an indoor seed starting station started. I thought we could do that together. So thanks for joining me, and stay tuned. Let's get this going. Okay guys, so we'll just start by going through all of the products that I have. I will put the links for each product down below. And the first, I think probably the most important, is the shelving unit. So this shelving unit came from Target. It was in the $80 range. It is very secure. It is also adjustable. So the shelves can easily adjust up and down as I need them to as the seedlings grow. The next item is these LED grow lights. They are super lightweight. These came off of Amazon. They were in a box of 4. So each light has an own individual plug and a switch, on and off switch. So for all of those, you're going to need some extension cords. I did get power strips, just because I'll probably have about 8 grow lights up on this shelving unit. So I am going to need a lot more than just this. So I did get a couple of them. So keep that in mind. I also got a timer. So I'll put each plug strip into a timer. The seedlings need between 12 to 16 hours of sun, depending upon what type of seedlings you grow. So I don't want to have 24-hour lights being used if I don't need to. So this timer will come in handy for that. Each grow light comes with a pack of chains and hooks. Because of the way we're going to be setting it up, it did not have the type of hook that I need, because I'm not hooking into wood, I'm hooking to a metal shelf. So I actually got some S hooks. These are 1/8 inch S hooks. And these came from Home Depot, but you can get them anywhere. This is a lot more than I need, but it's all they had, and I just wanted to get them. The next thing is going to be just something to mix your dirt in. This came off of Amazon, and it's pretty cool. It snaps up and creates kind of a little shell that will contain your potting soil for you. You will need your seed starting containers. I'll put a link as to the kind that I use. I have a variety, so whatever works for you. You're going to want seed labeling. I have some pop sticks. I have many varieties, so whatever works for you. And then obviously the last is going to be your seeds. So I am only planting one variety of pansies this year. These came from, I'm sorry, I say pansies, but they're actually violas. These came from Johnny Seeds, and they are nature antique shades of the hybrid viola. Okay, so we'll start by putting the light together. So in each bag, you get 2 chains. All right, so these are the chains that are going to attach to the light. So this S hook that it comes with, and get a little bit closer to you guys so you can see. This is on the back of your light. So your S hook on the chain goes through here, and then it's going to hook through completely so that when it hangs straight. Okay. Now the S hooks that you bought is what you're going to hook onto this end. And we're going to put the S hook through each chain. And let's get this light hung. Obviously, you'll put the cord on whichever side your power strip is. So. Right, so let's move this one over. And then look how easy these are to adjust. So as your seedlings grow with this little S hook up here, you just pull your chain up, however many links you need to raise the height. And that's going to be awesome. I'm pretty excited about this. So as I said earlier, I am going to put 2 grow lights on each shelf because I'm going to put seedlings along the front and along the back. I have 250 seeds here, and I plan on planting all of them. And for my fall and winter planning for next year, I'm going with masses. So I love a variety of plants, and I tend to just put too much of many things. And so I'm changing it up this year, and I'm going to do mass planting of violas, daffodils, hyacinths, and tulips. So this is all I'm going to be planting. Now take note, I bet you anything when we come back in a few weeks, I'll have some Snapdragon seeds or whatever, because I know how I am and I can't help myself. So I think I am going to unbox this timer, and as I get the lights set up, I'll have the power strips already in here. This timer came from Amazon, and it only has 2, 1 and 2. So since I only need 2 power strips, I'll be able to put each power strip into here. So that'll be 1. So if you decide to get this timer, the way this works is you're going to set the time to what time of day it is. So right now it's 5 o'clock, it's set to 5. And then when it comes in the mail, all of these were pressed down, and they need to be pressed down for when you want the timer to go off. So I had to do opposite from what the directions said. I actually had to pull up on what I didn't want it to go off. So in other words, you pull up, press down. So I want it to come on during the night. And so for that, I will press down at 8:30. It'll come on, and it'll go all the way until 12:30 the next day. Now at the top is where you would switch it on and off. So right now it would run on your outlet, meaning it would just be running. But right now we're setting it to the timer so that it'll be on a schedule. This grow light is going to go to the back. So here is a close-up of the final product. I did have to make some adjustments. So when I was putting it together, sometimes the light would be hanging on a tilt, and I did find what was causing that was sometimes if the power cord was twisted right here, it would tilt the light. And also if this S hook was not through this little hole right here, it would also tilt the light. So just make sure that those things are straight and your light should hang straight. So right now I have 2 shelves set up, so a total of 4 lights. And I've got the power strip down here, and I've got it plugged into the timer back there. I have not figured out how to do that timer yet, so I need to figure that out, and then I'll get that going. So I think now we're just going to go ahead and plant up a few of these pansy seeds. The seed starting, it can be expensive. I think it's more like if you can just see it as an investment, your initial investment up front, and then what you save costing in plants. So if you're a gardener and you like to plant every season, you're gonna break even pretty quickly. So you just have to see it as an initial investment. Once you have all of the things you need to get started, then it's not as expensive anymore. You're really just going to be purchasing seeds. So just don't do what I did. And we got a greenhouse last year and I didn't know any better. Well, I did know better. I thought they were out of the sun, but obviously they weren't. And a lot of my brand new seed starting supplies got scorched and bent. I don't know if you can see how brown this is, but it is bent and melted. And so that was disappointing. I was able to save a lot of it, but most of it was pretty ruined. So the seed starting mix I use is the Miracle-Gro. I know a lot of people like to make their own, and I just don't have the space to keep all those bags. So I just like to purchase it already mixed. And I've had good luck with this particular seed starting mix, so I just tend to stay with what works for me. So we're going to add just a little bit of water. Okay. And so you're just going to mix it in. I just ordered a bunch more because, yeah, unfortunately, when I went to get all of my seed starting supplies, when I realized everything pretty much melted. That's how hot it is here in Texas. So you're just going to want to add water until your mix winds up holding shape like this. Okay. That's what you're going to look for. You don't want it to be too wet, but you also want enough moisture that it'll hold the shape. If you plan to reuse your seed containers, I recommend just kind of doing a quick wash or soak in a very mild bleach, water and bleach combination. I think I just put like a tablespoon of bleach to this amount of water, and just clean it out. You do want to wipe it out because if there is any type of mold or fungus in there, the bleach will bleach it out and it may look clean, but if you don't wipe it out, it could just come back, cause more problems than it's worth. So I am going to take my little containers and I'm going to go ahead and fill them just like this. Okay. All right, after I have them filled, I'm gonna kind of press them down, not hard, but just enough to make sure that there's not just a whole bunch of air pockets in there. So I'm gonna do that to both of them, press them down, and then we're gonna add another layer and top it off. Okay. Just like that. Now, if you have ordered a seed starting kit from anywhere before, you might get a few things with it, including these. So I do like this one especially to poke the holes for the seeds. And I feel like it is super useful. And the instructions, should all be on the back of your seeds. Okay, so it should tell you exactly what you need to do. In this particular viola, seeds lightly the seeds. I opened it and they're in a little packet just like this, and they're super, super tiny. So I have this that I got from Johnny Seeds quite a while back. And what is helpful is it shows the size of your seed, and if the seeds are super tiny like this, I will sometimes use them. Sometimes when the seeds are bigger, it's you just don't need it. But what it has is various levels of opening. So the number 1 opening is super tiny, which is what I'll use for this one. And it goes all the way up to a number 5, which is really large. So again, there's number 1. See how tiny that is? Seed is so tiny that if you put any kind of soil on top of it, it is going to do its job in covering it lightly. My suggestion, since you won't be able to see these, is to do a row at a time. So put 3 in your hand. Try to get 3 out of the little container and put 3 in your hand. And that way you have the whole row done when you go back. This one is done. You won't be able to see them, but what I will do is just a light sprinkle on the top. Some lightly. Put it in. So you put your label in, put your lid on, and then we'll put them up. And then you just want to make sure that your humidity domes are closed. You don't want them to be open. So if they're open to the open hole below, it's open. So make sure it's shut. Put them on, and then I'm not going to turn the grow lights on right now. I'm going to let them turn on tonight. I need to come in and make sure they're working anyway. So I hope that helped. I feel like you'll have everything laid out for you. So I think that takes away a lot of the complications of figuring out where to get started. So I'll have all the links for you. Again, I am not making a commission on any of these. I'm doing this for fun. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. And don't forget, if you found this video helpful, please like that button and don't forget to subscribe. So have a great one. See you another day. Bye.